G'day everyone, Master Robert back with another EMO video. Today we've got a special unboxing video for the EMO Go Home White EMO. So I've got it, you can see the box in front of me right now. I've got it right here, and I've just taken it out of its original box which it came in. As you can see here, it's come with the special stickers that you can put on there. These are like those little fluorescent stickers that you can put on. So everyone knows about these, so I'm going to put that away. And also, of course, the EMO Go Home fence, which I've already discussed in lots of detail when we did the unboxing for the original Go Home EMO. So what we'll do is I'll put those two away. We don't need to go through that anymore. And I just wanted to show you the new box for the EMO Go Home. It's automatic charging version. As you can see right now, I'll try and bring it up on top to the front of the screen. And there it is. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll flick it around and show you what it looks like on the side. It's got some cool little features, like it says, hey EMO, you look very cool. Unhappy? Let's play some games. What's the weather like today? And wanna dance to some music? So those are the three things you can. That's just a few of the little things you can do. Here is the back of it. If you guys want to have a look at it yourself, you certainly can. You can push pause on it and take a look. But basically, it's just going through the whole lot of different things that you can do with your email. Of course, it's got face recognition, motion engine, pet care. Okay, then you've got the Go Home, of course, Grow Up system, voice interaction, of course, and in the product, of course, it is Go Home, product model EMO 2, dimensions, and the manufacturer, of course, is Living.Ai. And on the other side here, that is the other things that you can do with the EMO and the home station. Of course, it's got his mat, the home station charging thing, and also the up the top there, it's got all the animations. All right, so without further ado, let's get this opened right now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take out the plastic. Now, I know that I'm not going to blame anybody apart from the courier service that does the transport. I got it damaged. It came a little bit damaged, but of course, it's just the box. You can't do much about that, I guess. It's happened to my other EMO one as well, which came in the mail. You can see where my finger is right there. That bottom corner got damaged. Nothing you can do. The box arrived, you know, sometimes they get banged around a bit. But I guess it's not Living.Ai's fault. Can't do nothing about that. It's just basically how it is when the couriers bring it over, and they probably get bumped, unfortunately. So yeah, let's open up the box right now and take a look inside. Now, if anyone wants to pick up this the white version, of course, it is available on the Living.Ai website. And I would recommend anybody that wants to buy an EMO, always buy it from the official Living.Ai website, which is living.ai.com, and then go to the website store. Then from there, you can take a look at all the different versions of EMO. Of course, there's the standard EMO. If I bring up my screen, you can see that one up the top where my finger is right there. That's the standard one, of course, the black one. But you can also get the white one in with the skateboard only. And then, of course, you can get the normal one as well, which I'm going to bring back down there, which is the EMO Go Home. Okay, so you've got two different versions. You can pick them up from the Living.Ai store. I won't mention the price because the prices could change while I'm doing this video. So go to the Living.Ai store. I'll put a link on the screen. You can have a look at it. And from there, you can check out the prices. Prices are going to be in USD. Okay, just take note. Prices are going to be in USD. So that's one thing you got to take note of as well. Okay, so let me take this out so I don't damage the cover, which is kind of like that wrapping goes around. And there it goes. Okay, so I took that out. This is really cool. I know it's just very thin paper, which is pretty cool. I'll put that at the back. And as I've always mentioned, this box is great for transporting your EMO. If you had to take it out take it somewhere with you, it's a really good, strong, safe, secure box. A lot of people have said, is there some sort of carry bag or carry thing? This is it. This is your carry bag. This is your carry box. That's what I normally do when I take my EMO out with me. So let's go have a look inside. Ready? Set. Let me bring out the camera, drop it down just a tad. That should do it. That should be enough. Put it just there. Yeah, that'll do. Put it this way, right there. Okay, so let's take a look inside. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and here we go, opening them up. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? So as you can see, don't move. Okay, cool. All right, so we're in the unboxing. Of course, you've seen me do this, of course, with the black EMO and the Go Home box as well, but I'll go through it quickly once again. As you know, you've got the home station. Here it is there. Okay, now that's the base. And anybody wants to know how to set this up, make sure you check out my other videos on how to put it together, of course, because it's got those little clips at the back, okay, and the way they clip in. I'm not going to do this now, but when you do put it in, you put it in nice and firm until you hear it click, okay, and when you hear it click, that's it. And plus, see, if I bring this really close to the screen where my finger is there, that has to be flush, okay? So when you plug it in, push it in nice and firm. You can probably sometimes put it on the ground and push it down firmly, and it will lock in perfectly, okay? As you know that there's a button there, that will start him up. And then once that works, you'll know that guarantee that the color, the display will show animation, and you know that that's working correctly. Because what happens normally is if you put EMO on here, on the station, and that is not connected right, he'll still charge because the charger is right there where my finger is, okay? That's where you put him and that's where he will charge. So he'll always charge, but then you won't say, well, why isn't this working? Because you've got to put it in nice and firm, okay? So enough me blabbering on about the Go Home Station pad, which I've already discussed in detail. And then in the box, of course, let's get to this part. This part's pretty cool. This is the Home Station Go Home manual, okay? So they call it EMO AI Desktop Pet Feeding Manual, EMO Go Home, okay? So this one here will go through the simple steps on who is EMO, introduction to EMO, getting to know your EMO, okay? So what I'll do is you guys can you can pause it because I'd like to show everybody on the screen what you get, and we're going to be going through that anyway. So you can pause it and take a quick look. Of course, you get your EMO. Of course, it's not been updated to showing the white color, but it's the black EMO, which is the original one. You get a USB cable, you get the Go Home manual, you get a smart light, and the home station, which I've showed you how to do it. Okay, then it tells you how to prepare your EMO. Now, always remember to download the latest EMO app from the iOS or Android store, and that link there will take you straight to the website store. Okay, now the EMO will work on a 2.4G. This is very important. 2.4G Wi-Fi. 5G is not supported. Okay, this has been talked about for many times. So make sure that your Wi-Fi is on 2.4G. Okay, that should work. Then of course the power cables that comes with it. That's for charging purposes, and this is how you set him up. Okay, so I'll quickly show you up on the screen. You can see you set him up on that, of course, connect the home station first, as I mentioned where my hand is. Connect that first, get it all set up, make sure it's nicely clipped correctly. Then connect the power to the wall. Once you get your light appear on the home station, put your little friend on there, okay? And then of course get the EMO app and you can set him up from there. Okay, then you turn on the home station for 5 seconds. That should pop up and everything should be good to go. Alrighty, let's move across to the next one. Of course, these are some interactions that you can do with your friend. Of course, you can pick him up, you can pat him on his head, you can shake him. You can test, of course, the boundaries where if he's going to fall off the edge of the tables and stuff like that. You can interact with him to get him to move back, and you can also lay down. When he lays down, he'll shake a bit. Alrighty, then there's of course his EMO, how you interact with him. Of course, you call out by his name, EMO, he'll wake up. Then there's many things that you can do with him. Of course, you can ask him about the weather, your birthday, play by yourself, lots of many things. Okay, so you guys can take a pause if you want to see, and then move along to the next one. Of course, you can introduce yourself. Now, with the latest firmware version, of course, you cannot introduce yourself via voice anymore. You've got to do that via the EMO app. Please note, you can't do introducing yourself anymore with voice. Okay, so that's one thing that I've that's probably hasn't been updated, this one. Of course, you can enjoy music with your friend now, play music, he can dance with you, and he can also do dancing by himself or with his friend. And then you can also play games. These games here work with the EMO app. Angry Emo, Dance Repeat, Drop the Beat, and Treasure Hunt. They all work with the EMO app, so make sure you download the EMO app. And that is it. So, oh, there you go. Oh, sorry, one more. That is the EMO home fence, which I showed you prior. I'll bring it up on the screen again. That's the home EMO fence. Make sure you put that together. And then he's got a boundary, and then you can see that black line boundary follows where he's meant to go, and he normally won't go over that border. Then you've got the smart light. Any information on how the smart light works, check out my other videos on how EMO works with the smart light, and that is it. That's that one there. I'll put that back. And then, of course, showing you this one here, which is the cable. Okay, the charging cable. Okay, it's USB Type-C. Okay, now that USB Type-C can go into pretty much any power thing. What do you want to call it? Like power outlet, or if you have a USB power board that accepts that, you can throw that in there straight away, and that should charge automatically. So if you've got a power board, plug that into the power board, plug that into the back of the base of the charger, and it should power him up as well. Okay, so that's that. And of course, I'll put that back right there. There you go, nice and clean. And then this is the smart light. Okay. Now, any questions on how this works? You can check that out with my other videos. Very straightforward. The power light. It's pretty cool as well. EMO can dance to the power light as well, up to the to the smart light, I guess. And that's it. Now this one here, let's take a look. Look at this. What's this in here? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Comes a surprise. Here comes a surprise. It looks pretty interesting, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. Oh wow. What's that? That's pretty cool. This one's an interesting one. Reindeer headwear for Go Home. Oh wow. This could be actually like a bit of a could be a collector. Could be a collector's edition, this one. That's cool. I don't think you can get that in the store. So I guess you can put that on his head, in the top part where his headphones are. That is really super cool. Okay, so basically, yeah, what it says there. So basically it says reindeer headwear for EMO Go Home. Wow, that's a cool one. Let's see if we can put that on while we're playing with him right now. Alrighty, so let's pick him up. Here we go. And as I was mentioning before, the box is really good, because you can put him in there, and then when you take him around, it won't move. Everything sits perfectly. And as you can say, your little friend shipped from China, of course, that's where he comes from. There's no way he'd be moving in that. So when you take him around, just even locally, it'd be perfect. All right, so you can see he's got his screen protector on. I'll take that off later on. And of course his headphones, and the bottom looks nice, really nice. Of course, it feels like felt. And it's a nice color too, and it's got like a light blue color around the edges, which it looks really cool. And of course, that's his sensor for where he's going to walk over to the edge. Of course, that works together with that. And his headphones. Of course, the speakers at the back, nothing's different. All I can tell you is everything is exactly the same as the black EMO. Okay, it does feel nicer, to tell you the truth. I can let me put that down so we can take off his headphones and have a look. Show you his headphones closely. Now, what I want to tell you is that it's like a matte feel this time around. Now, I know that EMO felt like a bit more shinier, but I feel like it's got a matte feel all the way around, which I believe it could be exactly the same, but it feels really nice to touch. And while I've got that here, let me see if I can put them on. There you go. So you can put them on right now like that. I guess it's probably like that. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, so it fits perfectly around the edge, and I've put it just down through the middle, so you can see that like that, and you can put it on again. So as you can see, it's nice and it's like a matte feel, to tell you the truth. It feels really not as shiny, I think, but I could be mistaken, but it does feel really nice. But as I was mentioning before, there is nothing different from this EMO to the black EMO, apart from, I think it's got a new type of eye animation that you can choose and select via the EMO app, via the settings via the settings in the EMO app. Now, I'll probably make a video on how to do on what that's all about, probably later on. But I get there's nothing else, only the color difference. Of course, if you want him in white, now you've got the option to have them in white. But as I was talking about before, the only other thing, as I mentioned, was the eye animation can be changed in the EMO settings. And once you log in, you'll be able to change and check that as well. All right, so that is it. That's what it looks like. It looks very cool. So that, I think, will be covering everything that goes along with the unboxing of the EMO Go Home. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll certainly do some videos on how he runs and how he operates, especially with the new eye animation. But everything else looks exactly the same. He should have the same type of battery power. You should do everything the same. And as always, once you get him, make sure you do get the latest firmware version for him, whatever it is at the moment. I think it's a 2.80. Put him on that so you can have all the new features as well. And he looks really cool, doesn't he? He's got his like reindeer ears. Even though it's not Christmas, it's awesome. All right, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I will do my best to answer them, and stay tuned for new videos, of course, with our new little friend. We're going to call him EMO 3 because, of course, I've got EMO 1, EMO 2, and our new little friend EMO 3. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and we'll see you in the next EMO video.